show, and we back. It's Happy Valentine's Day to all the females out there. Happy Valentine's Day to my co-host K Wonder, Mara D. She is finally back in the building. Yo, I thought I just said. Jesus Christ.
What?
You be jet setting. Where you come from?
Where were you?
Florida. I was in Florida. I
And
shouldn't complain.
You look like you was having a good time.
I did, guys. But I missed you.
I was stalking that IG. Yeah, I said, oh, okay.
For everyone who doesn't know, okay, you give the best IG stories and pictures. They're always like really.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Thanks,
Mara's
guys.
on top of that. She be popping with that.
I do try to give a good.
You have a nose ring?
It's faux, but yeah.
Look at your face. Guys are gullible, right? They're so easily like
what's going on?
Did he say it like that?
Like, what's going on?
It's not permanent, you know.
So Sean, where have you been? Because I feel like you've been everywhere. You went to Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl, it was litty.
Yes,
litty. It was anywhere you went, you seen celebrities.
Okay.
But actually, I did a couple parties, but mainly I was out there for business.
Okay.
Because you
Always
know,
on your BI.
because you know, Atlanta was the groundbreaking place where Sean Beasley really arose in this industry.
Oh, I did not know.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah.
That was where it all came into
That's
action,
where it
huh?
all
So
came
was
into
it
action.
nostalgic for you to be back?
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all a secret.
Okay.
Plane landing back in Philly, I cried.
Wow.
I really did not want to come back here.
Oh wow!
Like
Well, we feel the love, I think. Like,
because you have to understand, like when I tell you groundbreaking, Atlanta was my groundbreaking, money, everything. To be there in that short period of time, I was.
Sean was on. Do you all have you? Everyone knows the franchise Atlanta Housewives, right?
Yeah.
Sean was on an episode when Sheree, She by Sheree, right?
Who gonna check me, boo, Sheree?
Yeah.
He was there. He was there when she was saying that to the guy, and the guy was like, "I'll smack you."
If you-
Sean Kamini? He was
I was
outside.
there. No.
He came.
Originally, I was in the room because the shot that y'all see, camera crew is in the room, but y'all don't see them. I'm back by the camera crew. I seen it getting heated. Y'all just seen a little bit of it. There was more to that heated conversation that they did not show on TV.
Ooh, I bet.
Oh, it went down.
So what was
What?
the details?
Yeah, let us
Right.
So
This
basically,
was how many years ago though? This was like
basically,
2000.
this is when she really got divorced, and he came up with the idea. This promoter I was working with, and then he came up with the idea to do a divorce party for her, and it's things and it's things that she wanted that she couldn't have. The real reason why the argument started, Sheree wanted a helicopter landing, but the house, the mansion that it was at, you couldn't get clearance for it. So that was the argument. In the clip that you see her on the phone, we didn't know when we was on that call with her that they was filming her.
Oh, okay.
So by the time it sped it up to when she came and I went down to get her and bring her back up, she was already on go.
Wow.
Y'all didn't really see that.
Well, I mean, it's a TV show.
Yeah, so of course they gonna
That was
edit
in
it down.
Atlanta in 2000. I want to say like 10 maybe, right? 2000.
Nah, probably before that.
Before 2008.
Yeah.
Like 8 maybe.
2008.
Yeah.
7 or 8. I was.
So that's how long.
And that's why I
Sean
said
has
Atlanta
been
is my
freaking with
groundbreaking,
Atlanta.
not because of that. It's like in that 9 days I was there, I reconnected with friends and business out there. I had 2 major meetings out there that I can't talk about because it's a lot that's about to happen.
Well, good. Now let's get on to the next thing, because he's gonna be on and on and on about Mr. Beasley. So, as much as I miss y'all and enjoy hearing everything and every place y'all been,
You don't got no makeup on. How that happen?
I'm a regular.
She's fresh face. No. It's not regular. It's fresh face. Kai is beautiful.
You on your Alicia
She doesn't even
Keys?
need it.
I'm a superwoman today.
You on your Alicia
I'm a
Keys?
superwoman. Yes, obviously I'm on my
Now let's
Alicia
talk
Keys.
about Miss Alicia since we talking about
The Grammys.
the Grammys.
That's a great segue.
That's a
He's
great
the segue king.
Let's.
She did
Did you see her performance?
awesome.
I loved her.
Yo, that
performance.
was sickness.
Like, yes. She
She reminded us.
Yeah, like
y'all.
I am Alicia Keys.
I'm Alicia. Did you forget?
Right.
I be playing 2 pianos at a time.
Yo,
And
did
she
you
actually
see?
said they said she was paying homage to this.
Yeah, another. I saw that.
Yeah.
Right. What was? I don't remember the woman's name, but someone from back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That was known for that. Right,
The chiclets.
Yeah.
Did you see her do Ella May song "Boot Up"?
Mm-hmm.
You see how Ella May was so shocked. She was so shocked.
Oh.
The biggest thing that came from the Grammys.
What? Where you gonna go with it?
Cardi B winning album of the year, hip hop album of the year.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congrats to Cardi.
There are some.
She worked really hard.
She worked really hard.
She's come so far, so we can't like take that from her.
Yeah, you can't take.
And it was sad because
but do you think that she should have won that award?
I have to.
We
be
were
honest.
talking about this behind
were.
the scenes, so we might as well be honest.
I would
Come on,
have
let's
to
talk
say
about it.
for her. So I'll go first. So for her to be nominated in the category of best rap album, to me, it didn't match really. It didn't match because I kind of feel like growing up with hip hop, like it's kind of always been like, especially we're talking the Grammys, like that's the creme de la creme, and you're writing your raps. I would think majority of your album you wrote, right? Maybe you had some collaborators, but whatever. And with Cardi, we kind of know that she's not necessarily a writer. Gonna collaborate with writers, but is she really pen to paper or whatever? Like probably not. So to me, to be up against the Daytona album, Push's
Pusha
album,
T.
Victory Lap with
Nipsey
Nip,
Hussle.
and then Mac Miller, who even if he isn't alive, I think his album still might have stood a little bit harder than Cardi's.
It did numbers.
You know, as far as content and stuff. So to me, I don't think it was the right category for her, but I still think like she's deserving of a Grammy Award for that album. Because it just was like, it was probably one of the most popular rap albums.
Grammys did it in spite of for Nicki Minaj just to be.
You think it wasn't in spite of?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
No.
Everybody yeah, they are like that. People are like that to where they will all be like, yo, we're gonna give this to Cardi because we know Nicki gonna be like she's gonna go crazy.
But you don't think that she was already maybe feeling some way because she wasn't even nominated? Apparently she submitted
no, because
and
the
never
album
won a
didn't come out in time enough to get nominated.
I heard it did. I heard
No,
that
it
she
didn't.
submitted it.
Nicki Minaj never won a Grammy. Period.
No, she hasn't won.
See, but
So
you
that
know what?
alone is
My
just
personal
sad.
opinion about Cardi winning it, as she should. Her album Invasion of Privacy had hit after hit after hit.
It did.
It sold millions of copies, singles sold million, and then people don't know. When you're in the Grammy organization, those people who win is based on the voters inside of the Grammy organization.
Right, and we're gonna say what majority of them are probably not our demographic.
Right,
they don't
at
know
all.
our music.
These are old ass
They
white
know-
men who don't really give a shit.
Cardi was this album was such a crossover piece of work. I feel like you couldn't be anywhere and not know something from Cardi. Like you're under a rock.
Yeah.
But our music, like Victory Lap, isn't gonna be played on a commercial. Like
No.
It may.
But
What
most
Victory
likely,
record you heard on commercials or radio? Really?
I mean, the one song that they were playing, I forget the name of it.
Right. You can't even remember the song. You can't even remember the song.
Never, ever, you know what I mean, try to like play Nipsey's Hustle because Nipsey real shit got a hustle. Like his name really fits who he is. You know what I mean? Because that nigga know how to
Have I ever listened to Nipsey Hussle? No.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like
I never listened.
Are you? You gotta be kidding me.
I never listened to Nipsey Hussle record.
he like Ariana Grande. I'm trying to tell you.
She keeps saying that.
I'm definitely believing
And
you
she
now.
wasn't there. She was mad.
You did
No,
not
but
listen to Victory Lap even?
No.
Please listen. That
No, he ain't listen to Victory Lap. Did you listen to Pusha T's Daytona?
I surely did.
You did listen to Daytona. Okay.
Yeah.
I love Cali rap. So
Yo,
for
but
me,
you know who
I
took
love
the
it.
night? Who made sense? Drake.
Yeah.
They was very disrespectful to cut his mic off because he was speaking a truth about it.
Right.
You can't say, oh, I'm going to win this Grammy. This solidified me as the artist. No. Because, as he said, fans that go out, stand in the rain, buy your tickets, buy your music, do everything for you, that's more solidifying than that piece of metal.
But yeah, that's after how many Grammys has he have? Like, come on, you're
he doesn't have more than Jay-Z.
He doesn't have that.
He has enough.
He don't have that many.
He has enough to be like, okay, now fuck y'all. Because at the end of the day, everybody somewhere wants to be, you know, they want to be, you know, basically shine light on what they do. Like, everybody does something to be like, a scientist becomes a scientist so that they can maybe win a Pulitzer Award or something big, or you know, just leave a mark.
You're right.
And say amongst people that, you know, are in your same industry. So for him to say that after the fact, like, come on, you know what I mean? Like,
dude, you got your
like, so you got your shit, right? Everybody wants to fucking accolades.
Yeah, so you know, like, one artist I wish that she would have never stepped on that stage.
J-Lo. Oh, we not going
when
there.
They say I want to go there with salsa,
I want to go there.
That's not where I was going.
Oh, well, we need to talk about that next, because I'm still a little bitter.
Yo,
I'm not gonna lie.
Why you mad? Tell me why you mad.
Okay, because I've had this on my heart. Like, I kind of didn't really pay it much mind, but then after a couple days, I was like, I'm really in my feelings, because I've liked J-Lo, and it's like, girl, you can say no to something. This made no fucking sense. Y'all know it made no sense. Starting with number 1 is Black History Month.
Facts.
Number 2, Motown, black owned.
All black artists.
All run by, basically, I mean, from what I know, run by black people, started
Facts.
by black men. Artists on the board, across the board, are black. You had 2 maybe people want to say Tina Marie. I love Tina Marie. Tina Marie was a black woman.
Was a black woman,
right.
White woman's body, and J-Lo is not close to being a black woman. I'm sorry. She's
from New York.
Latina. She's straight up. Always embraced her Latina roots. You're Puerto Rican girl.
Well,
more
she
props
only
to
embraced
you.
she embraced it after that whole Diddy situation.
You do that on your Latina stage, because I'm sorry, I love Motown too much, and I was fucking disappointed.
But you said she said that don't judge her based on that, because she embodies that Motown sound. She
but
said,
you don't love.
She really doesn't.
With love,
You
like
really,
Michael Jackson used to say, with love, you don't sing like Motown
I'm
people.
not hating the fact that J-Lo was brought up on Motown just like all of us, but honey,
no one hates that part. Love
so that's
Motown,
what she's trying to
love
say.
the music, but
you had the CEO, you had Barry Gordy and them sitting there.
But Barry Gordy is the same guy that has babies.
And I can talk about that
too.
Him and Quincy Jones
all got white babies.
I'm sorry, I'm not looking to Smokey Robinson
got their money.
or Barry Gordy to be my litmus for blackness, because you're not. You're not.
Only
you're not. I don't care that they were given their like okay.
So what do y'all think about legendary Diana Ross singing?
Diana's a queen.
She should have said. She should have. She should have sat down.
Diana just. Yeah.
She's a queen, y'all.
No, she should have sat down.
Like,
vocally, no.
She acknowledged for sure.
It was too much.
She was cracking, missing notes. I was like,
She didn't sound right. She didn't sound her best.
I love that.
But at the end of the day,
Diana Ross is
she is one of the faces of Motown. If they're gonna salute them, I would have been like, where is she?
Fact.
In a way, you know what I mean? Like, I'm with y'all. Maybe she didn't sound great singing, but it's still like she has nothing to prove.
They
at
gave
this point.
J-Lo 10 minutes of dancing and gave Fantasia and Aretha Franklin one song. Like,
facts, like. They had that
had
all
Alicia
wrong.
Keys come out for what was that 10 seconds? She was like rolling, and she rolled
but look at all the shade that was at the Grammys. Her said, "Thanks Grammy, this isn't an album, but thank you." Then Alicia said she got on stage. She said, "Damn, the hip hop categories is getting shorter." She said that on live TV.
Oh, they did say she said that. Oh my God.
I said,
you know what?
wait a minute. The good part was, did you see how they caught
Obama?
No. Did y'all see when they caught Pusha face when
that
Drake
wasn't during Drake. Don't do him like that. No, it wasn't. It was during the J-Lo act. Don't do that. I swear.
Oh, that face.
He made that face during the J-Lo act.
But
everybody trying to say it was the Drake. No.
But you see, Drake wasn't in that audience. He came from behind the stage.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He was there. Either way.
Well, overall, you know, Grammys are what they are.
But I wanted to touch on this because I wanted to touch on how times is changing. Grammy numbers and viewers went down. Streaming was good.
Okay.
people are not sitting in front of TVs no more to watch anything. So that's why a lot of major companies are going to digital streaming and all that, and that's why podcasting is becoming more major because who's sitting there and watching TV.
And thank you for everyone who does listen and follows back.
But look, we gonna get into the City Girls. Do y'all like the City Girls?
I love them,
Let me see you. That's my shit right there.
Take your man.
So they got a song with their label mate, Little Baby, called Season, and I know the females is loving this song.
Is this new? You always get the new.
You
on the Drop Night Show with City Girls Season featuring Little Wan Little Baby.
Let's go.
Yo, we back. It's the Drop Night Show. That was City Girls with...
To it, baby.
That wasn't a twerk song. It was called Season, featuring Little Baby.
That's my song, though. I like that. I like the City Girls.
I like
that's straight up Miami.
Free JT.
Yes.
Free JT.
JT, girl.
We missed
So Gucci.
Wow.
Gucci.
The clothing brand.
Right, the clothing brand, not the
Gucci. Artist. The clothing brand is in the news.
Another clothing brand who has no diversity in their conversations in their headquarters.
Yeah, obviously, because they put out this turtleneck that I guess I wasn't offended. Truthfully, I wasn't offended by it at all. But it was a turtleneck that covers your face, but it's black, and then it has red lips here. Yes. So you seen the white version? The white
little people.
Disrespectful.
This internet is undefeated. But
it is.
So because of that, Gucci is beginning backlash saying that it's a version of blackface, like a version of them actually creating something for people to be blackface. There's been a lot of talk about blackface in the news period from politicians and like all types of stuff going on, right?
You know, Katy Perry had blackface shoes that they took off the market.
They did not look like blackface.
I didn't think those looked like blackface.
I think people were reaching.
They were a black shoe with
the
a
big
red
eyes.
lip in the. But it did. I don't know. To me, I didn't see it.
No.
I thought that was a reach.
It was the jackets.
The bomber jacket.
They actually had blackface on theirs. And that was like, whoa. But, so Gucci is getting backlash. T.I. called in action to basically boycott them, and a lot of other celebrities are taking on and following suit.
I know two that's not.
50 Cent actually burned his Gucci shirt. He was wearing a Belargo shirt while he was doing it out to Belargo. But so why? Like, why do we do this? Where do we really think this is gonna go? Do we really hurt
the
their
boycotting?
Fuck no.
You're saying
what's the point? Like, if you boycott Gucci, then that means you gotta boycott that whole fucking house, because Gucci is
owned by
on side of
lots of houses.
Every house is under it. So if that's the case, then y'all need to boycott it all. And we should have been spending our money in the black community.
I think in 2019,
but it's not a lot of black designers. Like, I'm not wearing no FUBU.
Where's that?
I'm not wearing
you
other.
You wore FUBU.
No, I
didn't.
I never wore FUBU. No FUBU. No.
Sean Beasley is lying here tonight.
I need you to pull anything up.
I wish I could time travel right now. I swear go back and pull
no FUBU.
This is you. And FUBU. I mean, like, if it wasn't a FUBU hat, you had a sweater.
You never had nothing of FUBU.
And Sean Johns, I'm like,
you wore Sean John. No. That's your name, because you know that.
No.
You didn't wear Sean John?
No.
That's his name.
That wasn't Sean John. That was Steve Harvey. Black owned Steve Harvey.
Oh, that was a Steve Harvey before.
Yeah.
Speaking of Steve Harvey.
My bad.
Back to this Gucci thing. Steve Harvey is wild. He is a wild
He was speaking
man.
facts. I feel like he was speaking facts.
All right, so this is the gist. Steve Harvey had Monique, the comedian and actor or actress, on his show. But for whatever reason, they were having, like, I guess he brought her on his show with the intentions to, like, let her know what's up. Because everybody knows that, Monique was supposed to be blackballed by the industry, and she had backlash and had some boycott with Netflix and this, that, and the third. So she's been, trying to stand on her soapbox and stand up for herself. And Steve Harvey literally had her on his show and basically, like, condemned her on national TV. Like, do what the white man say for this money and forget your integrity.
He definitely did say that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't let her speak, was like pushing her hands back, and she was like, whoa, and like it was so bizarre because like you see him in his true light. You a spoon ass nigga, sell out ass nigga.
No.
Yeah.
If you want money, right? As an actor,
and then this is why you wear his brand, because you is a coon ass nigga. You just like him. You would sell the fuck out.
Yo, shit.
Facts. This nigga would sell out. He would ship us right up. If with them slave days, she would have been like, yeah, master, they right on over there. Go get him.
No. Sean, you better defend yourself.
And I'll be right in that house eating good food.
I'll be in a big house,
Coons. So Steve Harvey got a whole brand of motherfuckers like him.
Yeah, supporting, ready.
Yeah, but
it's different. Like as an actor or actress, you have to act accordingly. Now in the music,
any other job,
in music, I'm gonna use Cardi as the perfect example. She could do what she wants, say what she wants, have fights and everything. Do that stop her success? No, because it's music. Actress,
I think
they get blackballed fast.
I don't think every artist could behave like Cardi and not.
Yeah.
No. She's allowed because she came out that way.
Right.
Yeah.
And people embraced her already, like, this girl gonna pop off.
Everybody to
exactly
be like, this
accept
is who
it.
I am.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
But when you hear the tapes of Monique that was released, that she recorded Tyler Perry and their conversation, he not once raised his voice at her. And he was trying to
She did some slick
her.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't listening because I think her husband controls how she's moving.
But do you think that gave Steve Harvey the right to bring her on his show and basically reprimand her for standing up for herself?
Yes. Yes.
Like I said, the coonery.
Yeah.
What's your stance on it, Mara D?
I watched the entire portion of her interview online, and I felt where Monique was coming from when she announced like boycotting. I didn't like agree with it. I would say I wouldn't probably have, if I was her PR person, her publicist, I wouldn't have instructed her to handle it that way. But because it was definitely based on emotion. But I feel as though her point and reason behind it was valid. Mm-hmm. I mean, she is an accomplished actress, comedian. She deserves that check. Mm-hmm. There are lots of people who are getting paid to do, not even remotely as good as Monique. Like, let's be real. Monique's funny. Like, I personally like her comedy. She's a great actress. She plays
different range.
She had a freaking talk show for years that was doing really well. So, like, don't act like Monique was not that chick at one point.
She was, but act accordingly.
But at the same time, I think that acting accordingly, like Kai said, can lead you to be a coon sometimes. And you need to speak up, okay? And be like, no, there are boundaries. I'm not doing that.
There are boundaries.
Like her point was maybe like, yeah, I know this is what's expected of most people, but like I got other checks. I need to get a check. Y'all not giving me a check. I did what I was supposed to do. I made this movie. I'll promote when I can, but I'm not gonna pass up other checks to do free stuff. And she still got her award. So really, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And you want her to
so Oprah and them was wrong.
I don't really know the detail of that situation. It was more so
I don't know their private conversation.
Basically,
well, we heard one private conversation between her and Tyler Perry.
I didn't think Tyler was coming at her in any
she was very
way.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, well,
but I also don't know what other conversations happened and like.
But
what
for Steve Harvey, again,
back to Steve.
Back to Steve Harvey's cooning ass self. He's definitely, I'm about my money. He said
my family would like basically things would crumble if I were to. And I can understand where Steve's coming from with that.
He supports so many people in his family.
Yeah, I can understand. Like, he was really being honest about that. There's a lot of people that think like Steve.
Monique. But at the end of the day, like, Monique still, like she said, like, I'm a real, like, she's real. She's an actress. She's a real person. She's like, if I got my integrity and my pride, I'm supposed to lose that on the cost of just for some money? Like, that's like
the
Black
game.
Hollywood, where a lot of Black Hollywood stars, Eddie Murphy, so on and so forth, they all had to put on dresses in order to get to that next pinnacle.
And,
Not everyone
and
did
Kiss
it.
Men and all
Not
that.
everyone did that. You know what I
Right.
mean? So some people really do have values and they stick to it. Other motherfuckers don't.
And I think like a Monique and even a Nicki Minaj, like being a Black woman and being outspoken, like it will bite you in the butt.
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
yeah,
isn't
so-
fair like that.
Sheesh, that's that. But there's so many other things.
This nigga still in the news.
Who?
Trash Kelly.
Do we gotta talk
I
about
don't even
him?
really give a fuck about him.
I don't want to give any energy.
Did you see the CNN report that just came out
I
today?
did. You
They said
you
they-
sent it to
they
us. I
said-
hadn't seen it before that, and I was cool.
They said this nigga, there's
don't
more
care.
evidence of him fucking little kids.
We
Oh
already
my
know,
God.
right.
No way. More
I'm
evidence.
not surprised at all by that information.
Like, wow, it's 10
Yeah.
o'clock somewhere. Tell me something I don't know. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Carry
Anyway.
it on. Let's get to Post Malone, though. I want to hear this Post Malone.
Yo.
Wow.
Wow.
You like Post?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, he's
I'm
dope.
trying.
He's dope.
His music is very like chill,
Very.
but I
Yeah.
haven't found that one song yet.
Now
That
you're
I
saying congratulations.
But you found Nipsey Hussle?
I sure did.
She got the nigga ears.
Nigga,
That's the
honey.
nigga ears. All right.
Yes. Look, don't be fooled by the face. I love me some. I love me some real rap.
Or, look, she ain't bougie either.
No, she's not.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna give Post Malone a little more like. Run.
Yeah.
I don't spin him much, so I'm gonna listen.
I like
to him
his
more.
style.
Yeah.
I like his style. So let's get into it right now on the Drop Night Show on What Our Ace Radio is Post Malone with Wow.
That was Post Malone with Wow, and we are about to get into some 21 Savage updates.
Yeah, man.
It's really sad, but apparently, if you didn't hear, 21 Savage is British. He is from the UK, apparently, which I was mind blown about. I mean, did y'all know this?
Yeah.
Hell no.
You did?
No, I didn't know he was British.
I thought he was born
from
in
Atlanta.
Yo,
I was
he's an
lost as
actor,
hell.
yo. He's the best actor.
He's a good
ever.
one.
Look, y'all, this dude is from.
Well, he's
He done
from
did
an
a lot.
island that's under British territories. Let's
But-
be specific.
I'm
He's from an
surprised.
Island.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's not allowed back in the States. He talks about a lot of stuff he did in the States. From
And he has a felony. I think.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm so
Like-
that's probably gonna be the little kicker. But he got money, so it might work out.
No,
No,
I feel like they might try to make an example.
Yeah.
Think so?
Sean wasn't
Well-
enough. He wasn't big enough.
They were saying that Sean. Right. Oh, he did get extradited out of
Right.
here. They was like,
He
get
sure
your ass
did.
fuck out of here.
Right.
Then he went to Israel for a while. Remember he
Yeah.
had to,
Yep.
what was that about? Like, Sean, what
But
are you doing?
it's weird how this
You're
all
from
happened,
Belize,
right?
and you got a
That's
whole
why Jay-Z is
real
fighting
life
for him,
struggle.
because it's like you waited all this time until he got on that stage to perform to then come and get him. It was a reason.
Yeah, I agree.
It was a reason.
It was what he said. He was talking about like
I
cops
think
and all this stuff. or
because
whatever.
he's kind
Yeah.
of flipped his image around.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
that
he wasn't.
they're not- he wasn't promoting the kill- right, the
they,
Right.
what
Uh-huh.
they want.
Yep.
Which is they want you to tell drugs, sex, and money, and killing.
And killing.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it
you
is.
can talk about.
So damn, now he's gonna be what? Gonna
But
be
he's
kicked out?
really-
Well, he's
He's-
on. He's right.
He's released. Uh-huh.
They gave him a bail. And he's out right now, so we'll see.
And
But I don't know.
the good thing for him, they not allowed to touch none of his money.
I saw that.
None of it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah. I don't know
They
what
said-
he did, but yeah,
Yeah.
he set that
They're
up
gonna
right.
tell him take your fucking pounds and head back to take your crumpets and
and
your
that
pounds.
conversion, honey.
Is
Wow.
He
Okay.
would lose so much
much
money.
money.
I hope that doesn't
Sick,
happen.
right?
That is
So
sick.
crazy.
I don't know, man. I feel for the kid. I
do
really do. A lot of
too.
artists were coming out and like supporting him and saying
Did
how
you guys see what? It's
The-
not even that funny, but Demi Lovato, her little
She's still.
comment.
She's back in. rehab?
Somebody said something. They were like, "Shut up, you were a crackhead."
So she tweeted like during the Super Bowl, the best thing about the Super Bowl, I think for me, are these 21 Savage memes.
Oh yeah.
And
that's
so
when it was going hard.
Wale commented basically like, sis, like you was just down and out. Everybody was like praying for you, and like this isn't really the move. Like this isn't funny. Like this is a man's livelihood. And her response was not even directed toward Wale. She responded to him through someone that commented like, "Oh, he's just mad because I didn't like hit him back in a DM type."
Wow.
Ooh.
So he responded with something that was, I was like, that shit was so amazing. He read her so good in a very Wale, polite, poetic way.
What did he say?
Basically, like, sis, you was just a crackhead. what are you talking about? Don't come for our people. Like, no, everybody was like rooting for you.
Right. Fact,
so you can't come on here now trying to like down other people.
She should never be talking about any freaking body.
So what'd your girl do? Shut her Twitter down.
She did. Of course.
Did she?
That's all you can do, girl.
She didn't respond. She said,
Black Twitter?
She said, "This is why I don't like Twitter." Or something.
This is why she
closed her account.
That's why she does drugs.
I'm like,
she
girl,
can't take that pressure.
Yo, but did y'all see the Offset and Chris Brown beef over that?
I did.
Chris Brown told him to pull up.
He did.
His address and everything. Pull up.
Suck a lot of dicks and stuff. He was just saying.
He said with your Uchi. He said with your Chichi. What did he say with your Uli Wally?
He called him Pootie Tang.
Yo, Chris Brown. Wow.
He did. And now that's all I see when I look at him. Because honestly,
so much black on black crime, black on black hate. Lord have mercy.
I know. Why can't we just come together?
I don't think what Chris Brown said was like all bashing 21.
It wasn't.
It was all in fun. Like
it was kind of like
he was making fun of it, like everybody. Like it was a whole meme thing, and everybody was just coming out with the memes like rapid fire, like blah, 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 and he hopped on the train. So it's like. Whatever, everybody takes shit a little too serious. But this is what I wanted to bring up. There's a football player, and he was on his wife's IG account praising and taking shots, talking about here's some more light skinned babies.
Horrible.
He's toast to more, right? Toast to more,
That's disgusting.
He's black as hell, like a football player from the South, black with dreads and all that shit. And his wife is white,
blonde hair.
How did that feel being a black woman? How does that feel? When you see something like
I think it's ignorant as fuck. It's just clear ignorance.
It's ignorant to me too.
It's clear ignorance.
It doesn't make me think of like all black men think that way because I know they don't. But it's just like, oh, you're dumb. Moving on.
Right. You're just a dumb ass nigga. Like, for real, at the end of the day, though, like, is that what you really concern your life about after everything you've been through and where you're at in your life and your career? Your main thing is worrying about your babies don't come out darker than
like you, like him,
right?
Yeah,
like you don't want. Clearly, you're saying
self-hate is fucking real. Self-hate is
all
a real
those black
thing.
men at that table were toasting too. Like,
but they white woman.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not hating on the fact that it's a biracial relationship.
No, me either.
At all. But the fact that you really feel like this is something
to toast.
Yeah, to toast to. And
even if it was a joke, like no one in my circle would joke like that. Like it's not funny. It's nothing. Who cares? Like it's just like, what are you talking? I would have probably been like looking if they had panned to me. I would have been like, who are these people? Like,
where in the hell
am I right now? The Twilight Zone? Like that's not cool.
So how would y'all feel if y'all seen a black woman with a white guy?
I don't care.
Listen, I'm in a biracial relationship, but it's not the fact that he's Irish and Bangladesh. I didn't go and specifically look for him for that.
Right.
I mean, it was more about the person than anything. You know what I mean?
When I see interracial couples, it does not. I don't think about it in that way. It's like, okay, we're
in America. How can we? You know what I mean?
Right.
We are in America. This is the most melting pot of any place in the world. America. Everybody got a little bit of something, huh?
And broke.
What's broke?
America.
America's broke. I can't. They taking all my money, so I don't know what the fuck. And Uncle Sam must be doing nice somewhere because he got my shit.
Yellow Man, I'm telling you, Yellow Man gonna bankrupt this country. You build that wall.
Cheeto?
He gonna bankrupt this country.
Election. Oh my
God. They build that wall. He asked for $55 billion.
I read today that he is gonna, or the Republican Party is going to ask El Chapo
to pay for them.
to pay for the wall.
He was found guilty.
Yeah, I know.
El Chapo was found guilty in the state of New York.
But he's gonna pay for the wall. They think I'm done.
They could have seen this money, right? Like
they been seen that money.
Look, right?
He got more money. Like El Chapo got money.
Yeah,
that's why I'm like, how did he lose? Like, how did they find him guilty?
Why would you?
And what's
on
gonna happen
10
next?
counts.
Right.
Yeah.
Then what's gonna happen? And now they're just gonna take him to each state because now you got to California.
You have another.
Go to each state, just have a trial.
Shut
and I think in one of those states he's gonna escape or something's gonna happen. Like, cause
I'm with you. He gonna
this
figure out a way to
crazy.
get the hell out of
It's
here.
gonna be interesting. Yeah. So
I can see that coming.
yeah, I think it's maybe like 20 states that have like charges against El Chapo for like drug trafficking.
And he has.
It might be
state.
it might be less. It might be 8, but he has to go to each state and get trialed in each state because it's a state thing, not a federal thing.
Wow.
I would think it'd be a federal.
I mean, I'm sure it's
He
probably
looks so young.
intertwined, but
surprisingly, look.
Yeah, like
good.
he's he's well taken care
that
of.
trial was crazy. They had all types of people coming out in that trial. Like there was this one guy that drug trafficked with him that changed his whole face. Like he doesn't even look like the person. Yeah, he has plastic surgery, so the cartel can't keep up with him. Who he is.
Oh no.
Yo, that drug shit is real. And the fact that the United States has El Chapo right now, like his head on a fucking stake, this shit is gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be interesting to watch this.
Yeah, it really will be.
Yeah.
If Trump don't die first, it's like, all right.
Look,
I didn't say that. Sean Beasley didn't say that.
She did not say that.
I mean, look, let's be real. People, they want Trump dead. Trump ass is doing way too much. He's waking up a lot of people in his own government and getting a lot of people mad and shit. So something's gonna happen to Trump. I'm sorry.
He called that lady Pocahontas.
To bow out, or they gonna
He called that lady Pocahontas. Now she's running for president.
And that's a whole sham because they said she's not even damn Indian.
Yeah, she had to apologize for that. There's a lot of.
What is going on? Like, what is going on with the world?
It's crumbling, y'all.
Yes, listen. Y'all better get your passport.
Y'all better get saved like this.
Better get your passport. Save.
Y'all better get saved out there. It's about to go down.
The
honey.
Lord is coming back, all right, y'all. He's coming back. And nights like this, right?
With Kaylani.
We gonna get
she has a very interesting relationship.
She got a baby on the way.
She is.
She's such a
she's her boyfriend is gay and they together. And
he's bi, right?
Yeah, he's bi.
Clearly got
That's
bi.
gay. That's gay as hell. If you take both ways, my nigga, you gay. If you like dick,
that's a very
Let's just call it.
It's a different relationship.
It's a different relationship.
Yeah. But congratulations to Kaylani.
Yeah.
Kaylani.
Oh, and Ty Dolla on here.
He's quiet.
Ty Dolla, remember he got caught?
He got caught,
yeah,
right?
He's
He
quiet.
laying
What
low,
was
I guess.
that? With guns and drugs and
drugs
shit? He got a
and
charge.
maybe a gun.
Yeah, he's quiet.
So that's why he's quiet. But
Yeah.
anyway, he's still a good vibe. Let's get into it right now on the Drop Night Show. It's Kaylani, Nights Like This, featuring Ty Dolla $ign. Yeah, so that was Kaylani with Nights Like This, featuring Ty Dolla $ign. And it is Valentine's, and I am spending it with you lovely people right here. All the lovers out there. But I do want to pose the question.
Valentine's is bullshit. Ooh. You wanna know why? I sat here and bought y'all roses and care not to buy me near flower, rose, candy, balloon.
It's for the girls. What? We all know Valentine's is for the women.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It is kind of.
Swizz, do you care about if someone buy you something for Valentine's Day?
Every day.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Everybody knows Valentine's is every day. No, but I do want to know what was the worst, like, Valentine's dating experience or Valentine's period that you all may have had. The worst Valentine's. Does anyone have a story?
I never had one, so.
All right, so just correlate it with the date then. The worst date. dating experience?
Dating.
There we go.
I definitely have a few. But one's on the top of my brain because for Philly PR Girl, we did a blog post today about our worst dating stories. So I shared this one, which I'll share tonight. So I'm from DC, as you guys know. And it was a few years ago, and I went to a Nas show. I love Nas. It was a great show. I met a guy at the show. I don't normally meet guys like that, but he was cute. We were vibing, whatever. Gave him my number. We start hanging out. We go out on a couple dates. I would say date 3 or 4. He was like, I want to take you somewhere that's exclusive. Like, I feel like you're open-minded, like you'll like it. I'm like, cool, okay, where is it? He tells me the name of the place. I'm like, definitely know that place. Never heard of it being exclusive. Like, what is he talking about? He's like, yes, members only on certain nights. I'm like, okay. So, kind of intrigued. We go. As soon as we walk in, the vibe is definitely different from like normal DC spots. So it's like super dark. It's like light red. The lighting is red, like that kind of lighting, and it's like misty. It's like super misty and smoky and just like weird.
All the warning signs going.
So I'm walking through, and we go into this like little room, and there's like this girl on the dance floor who's dressed very like skimpy and like dancing with 2 guys, and then they start kissing. Like, she's kissing like both of them, so I'm like, what the hell? So we sit down. He's like, what do you want to drink? And I'm like, yeah, get my little classic cocktail. And then another woman shows up and goes up to the same 3 people and starts making out with another guy there. And so your boy then leans over to me like, this is a swingers club. And I'm like, what kind of woman did he think I was? He's like, you're open-minded? That's what he thought of me? Like, I'm gonna take you to a swingers club?
So what
like,
was
we
your
weren't
initial
even
reaction then? What did you
I was so caught off guard, y'all. I don't think I immediately didn't react in a way of like a disgust, like get me out of here. I was more just like, what am I seeing? Because as I started to look around more,
everybody was
I'm like, yo, they really in here.
So you
like
topless.
Did you get your swinging on?
I didn't. I swear, I didn't swing. I didn't do anything. I mean, we were there a little bit. Because I am that cool chick that wasn't trying to be like, what the fuck, get me out of here. I was kind of like, let me play it cool. But like, clearly this man does not know me, like, to think that I would want to come here. So this will probably be the last date. But yeah, I kind of tried to go with it in that I was like, we can stay, but we weren't doing anything. I kind of shut it down right away. Like, that's not my thing. Like, I don't know what you thought. And he was like, oh, okay, kind of like. But I was like he straight up was thinking like, oh my God, I'm about to bring this girl. We about to. No, sir.
No, sir.
Nah, that was crazy.
So what was your worst date, K Wonder?
I'm trying to think. I've had so many.
I
think one of the craziest was like, I think, I went out with this guy and he had like an older car, but he actually like was a backup singer, for Snoop.
Can you say who? Oh,
for Snoop. And he had an older car. I think like he picked me up, and once I seen the car, I knew I was like, yo, this is not gonna end right. Like, I just had that feeling. And sure enough, the car broke down, one of those type of situations, and I was just like, why the fuck did I even come out? Like, that type of situation. But
was that a bad date?
Yeah, it was a fucking bad day
happens.
because I got dressed. Yeah, but it's like you knew your car. I could have drove. You know what I mean? I had a car. Like you were just
your car. What, the Jeep?
No, this is in LA. This is.
I was to say that was not very non-dependable.
He got the nerve to talk about my fucking car that got around everywhere.
Not dependable. Sean, you have to have.
He's a hater. Sean is a fucking hater.
I don't know. I had a good one.
Give us a good one.
So, the most recent one, my girlfriend was like, I got a surprise for you. I said, all right. I don't like surprises. So she says, is Plymouth Meeting far from you? I said, no. So she said, okay. So I go drive the Plymouth Meeting. I'm looking around for the address, and I pulls up at the Best Buy. Go in the Best Buy, give him the number. And he's proceeding saying, oh, it's a 2-year warranty. I said, sir, what is it? He said, oh, it's a TV.
She bought you a TV?
She bought me a TV.
Oh, that was...
After I told her, don't buy me a TV.
Your girlfriend is official.
That's love.
Yo,
She's
she's
love.
Yeah.
that's wifey
That's definitely
That's wifey?
and baby mom.
Are you really thinking about
Yeah,
wiping her up?
yeah.
Oh.
Facts.
You're
they're
never gonna
they're
find a
moving
female
together.
like. Listen,
You holding on to that?
yeah.
Word.
Well, let's talk about this. All right, there's a documentary. There's a bunch of great documentaries out for everyone who isn't into
Michael
that world.
Brown documentary. Whoa.
I didn't see that yet. I don't know if I
Whoa,
can take
whoa.
that emotionally.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah. There's
But-
another one. There's a trigger warning by Killer Mike, which is a doc
I gotta
series.
definitely
You
check
guys
that out.
definitely have to watch
Yeah.
that one. That's
I can't
should.
watch
Let's
too
talk
many
about
of those because I get angry.
no,
too,
but it's dope. It's dope. How he
Okay.
does it
How
is
he
dope.
does
And,
it.
and the
Okay.
different series that he talks about something new in each one. So
Okay.
one was like the Thug Cola, which was like the Crip Cola, whatever it is, having like how the Hell's Angels are incorporated.
Yeah, he talked about
said
that on the Breakfast Club,
you know, right.
Okay.
So that was
that
dope.
I want to know more
Yeah,
about.
and then he has
All
another
right.
one about creating his own Jesus. Like Jesus was he breaks it down how like God or Jesus was created for certain reasons. So he said, I'm gonna make my own. So he calls his one Smoke, the Book of Smoke, which is his best friend, and he uses his best friend as the face of the church and blah blah blah. It was dope. So definitely check out that one. But there's also another great doc that's out about a festival. Okay, it's the Fry Festival. The Fry Festival. So it's Fire Festival, and it's about a guy who is an entrepreneur, and he links up with Ja Rule, and they had plans to create this mega event on an island in the Bahamas.
Was
Or
it Bahamas?
Bermuda.
Right.
So he fails horribly at it, and the whole I didn't know when I first the Netflix one, because it's out on Netflix and Hulu. So I didn't know if the Netflix one was like
Can I say
if it was real. I was like, is this real?
Yeah.
But
I'll say that I found out the Netflix one was produced by the marketing company that did the festival. So you got to keep that in mind watching it.
that's their perspective.
That's their perspective, and they're going to tell it a certain way, right?
They got to check.
And the Hulu one, their marketing team was dope because no one knew there was a Hulu documentary coming out about this festival. They dropped it the day before the Netflix one was supposed to drop.
Oh no!
And theirs had the guy. They interviewed the guy that
They had to pay him.
That caused all the drama. I think his name's Brandon something. That brought
McFarlane or something like that.
that brought Ja Rule on. So anyway, just want to put that out there.
Yeah, and so you can see the vast difference because they said they tried to get him on the Hulu one. On the Netflix one, but he wouldn't do it unless he got paid. So they paid him for the Hulu one, but so it basically breaks down like how he scammed these people to thinking like all these what are they called millennials,
and they rich kids.
Rich.
They rich.
Big money though, because when I saw the prices that he was asking for stuff,
I was.
and then ask for more on top of it later.
And you have to load up your band.
Load up the
try to make it
bands
like
with
Coachella
you
type
say
thing.
300 a day is minimum, and when this is like a 4-day festival,
So
look,
basically, he's
I
scammed.
need to know these scamming
He scammed
ways.
somewhere close to like what 30? I think they said like 30 to 40 million dollars.
It was.
Whew. Damn, from like investors and concert goers. Man, and then it was a
Fucking nuts.
horrific.
I wonder how much money
But who thought
They
to bring Ja Rule though? Where did Ja Rule?
come from.
I can tell
in
you,
on
I
it.
think it was the Hulu one because I personally really enjoyed the Hulu version of the events because it laid out so much of the detail of the planning and kind of where that was it was like right away you could tell it was like fucked up. Like this is not gonna work the way
At
it's
all.
going. Like
No
basically
timing
every
in it.
day he's getting updates from the people on the ground like, yo, we need more time for this. He's like, well, we don't have it. Basically, like,
Make it
you gotta
happen.
make it happen.
Make
We
it
gotta get
happen.
this done in a month. He got word from reputable marketing companies like, we need a year. Because for a festival this size, like take a Coachella for instance, it took a few years to get to the point where they were ready to launch Coachella. It didn't just happen in 6 months or whatever. And he got all that information and still was like, No, so I feel like he knew right away that this was more of a scam than a good event that he was trying to make happen for music lovers. Like, that was just obvious.
And poor Ja Rule.
I think it.
No.
I think at some point he really probably thought it was going to be a reality. I think he believed it in his head.
I think he thought it might have been able to come together.
Denial.
Yeah,
he went to denial and just stayed there.
Going in denial.
Because he really thought that was going to happen, but they ran out of money. And had they not run out of money, and the funny part of
how they run out of money though?
Because he using every time he got a check or an investment payment, it had to go to pay off something that he owed already.
He had to find 2 locations on the island. The first location he was kicked out of because you said that Pablo Escobar owned it, and the new owner said, do not mention anything about Pablo Escobar or whoever. Not Pablo. It might have been another drug lord. It was another drug lord. And then he used it. That was like the first thing off of his marketing. Was like, oh, this is where such and such, this was his island, and he was using those points for selling, and he got kicked out of there. So then he had to find last minute a whole nother location and try to put on this event. And it was just
a lot of lies.
Drop wasn't good there.
No,
you should have fucking
and then he would tell investors there were certain artists booked and they weren't even booked. They weren't signed on to do anything for that festival. So
the funniest part on the Netflix one is he befriended a guy, and the guy kind of came in as like his go-to guy, and the guy was gay.
He had been a mentor, I would say. Basically, he had mentored him
another business that the guy had. So he was a mentor.
Other business that was fugazi as well.
So he tells the guy, he calls the guy, he says, "Look, we need you to be our gay leader. We need you to be our gay leader right now and take one for the team." And he goes, what? He said, our water, they had the water at the port and they wouldn't let it out. Right. So
it was like thousands of cases of water for this weekend.
And they could not clear customs. So they would like go to the head customs guy and suck his dick.
Yep.
What?
And the guy said he
was gonna go
and gargled and brushed his teeth and was gonna go down there and suck that man's dick.
He did. He sure said it.
That's what I need. All right, I need you from my team to suck some dick if I need you to suck some dick.
Fuck no.
For water though, y'all. It was for cases of water.
That's the most vital thing any human needs is water.
I tell you it is, but it was like
vital.
Damn, you can't just go buy some more water. Like, he needed him to get that water.
He needed him to get that water.
It's like great. So definitely get into documentaries.
Yeah, I absolutely recommend it.
We're gonna watch
shout out. This is Black History Month.
Yes.
This is Black History Month.
I mean,
it don't even seem like Black History Month.
Does it ever? Look, let's be real.
I don't know what it is like.
But we still just have to say,
yeah,
it is. Let's acknowledge it.
Hoorah,
Black power,
and whatever the fuck that means. But listen, tonight's show was fun. We usually,
I
know. We usually interview people, so we don't really get to talk and and laugh with each other much. But we definitely got to do it more. Next week we have an artist, so we will be back in our interview mode after all.
He's a rapper, so it'll be cool to have somebody back up here like you said.
I hope he drop a freestyle.
And
I'm expecting him to.
I hope
we're gonna put the fire on him.
Yeah.
But before that, so again, everybody, we're here every Thursday at 8 p.m. It's the Drop Night Show. We've been going strong here at Water Ice. You know what I mean? A good year and some change. I just can't be. I just cannot be fucking me. Like, damn. He said my hair be dry. I ain't got no makeup on. My eyelashes fucked up.
I just see that one lash hanging.
Like, damn, let me be fucked up out here, Sean Beasley. Anyway, I'm done. Let's go. How we ending this shit? Let's end it with Blueface Tatiana.
I love this Tatiana song. I might be late.
know nothing he's saying these verses. I just know
that's that West Coast shit. You do like West Coast music, right? He's the newest sensation out of the West Coast. So let's pick it up for Blueface, and we'll see you guys here again next week. So Sean can point out more shit. It's the Drop Night Show. We're out.